This is video 7 for the in-bit exercise, and this one's going to be adding the corridor references and a couple other things in there, but steps 36 through 38. Put this over. Look at our manual over here. 36 through 38 consists of opening the corridors file. So we just created the alignment profile. So let's go to project-wise and open up that corridors file. This next steps are, we're going to actually add the traffic control barrier lines near the invent as corridor references, because you remember we did that. Saying something here. Check it in. But we had those red lines out there that were barriers, and now we're gonna, and we used the display rules to get it. So now we're gonna actually add the corridor references so we can see what's happening. So we've opened the corridors file. Now we're going to add the traffic control barrier lines. So they're on the outside. There's these red lines here. All we need to do is get to the model, the corridor, get our heads up display going. Easier said than done. And then we'll go to the fourth icon, corridor references, and add the two corridor references. Okay. Well, before I do that, let's go ahead and open up the F6 key, or hit the F6 key, and see what we got. So in theory, we're going to have some barriers pop in here. So let's go ahead and try that one more time. So one of them's here, and one of them's on the other side. They're the red lines that we had earlier. So once we do that, we'll go ahead and reset. It adds them as corridor references, and I see nothing happen. Why is nothing happening? Okay, here's a note. It says, you will notice after adding the corridor references, the type B barriers are not still not displaying. Investigate, solve the reason why. Okay, so let's look at what could be happening. Let's look at the template drop that we have out there, which is this first template drop here at the end, and I'll open up the edit template drop. And of course, it's on the other screen. I'll bring it over here and I will maximize it. And I'm looking at the seek surface points because this is what's driving that. Okay, so click on that point, bring it up. It says it's looking for a horizontal feature of barrier type B 617-20. If I look at the other one, it's looking at the same thing, 617-20. Okay, so let's look at the barrier lines. What do they got for their properties? They have a feature definition of barrier type B 617-20.01. So the feature definitions are not matching up. They look like they were. They look pretty close, but let's see, feature definition. Yeah, 617-20.01. Now we could either go into the file that these are located in, which is our plan file, and change it, or we can adjust the template drop. I think it's much easier to do it right here in the template drop than going over to the other file. So let's look at that. The left seek surface. Okay, so it's not this one. It's the 20.01, which is the one right below it. 20.01, apply, hit the pick button to go pick the next point on the right side. And we'll do the same thing here. We'll change it to that barrier type B 617-20.01. Hit apply, okay. Okay, one more time, let it process, and you should see some barriers pop in. So that's how that tool works. And that's something that you'll have to keep an eye on. Sometimes you have the right feature definition and it works right off, but sometimes it don't. And so you'll have to investigate and figure out why did it not work. And in our case, it was just that it was one, they were just off just a little bit. Okay, the next thing we want to do is add in the following two parametric constraints to transition the guardrail widening distance, widening width over a distance of 10 feet near the bridge approach slab. So what we're looking at here, let me go on a 3D view a little bit, is we are wanting to, at the back of these barriers, we're going to take our guardrail widening, and we're just going to, over 10 feet, we're just going to transition it to the back each side. That's all we're doing here. May not be the way you design it, but we're just showing you how these parametric constraints can work. And it's the left and right guardrail widening width. We'll go with those. So again, you go to the corridor tools, you get your hammer, parametric constraint, which is the large blue question mark. And I'm going to turn off my start and stop. And I'll do everything after I pick my label. Left guardrail widening width will be the first one I do, which will be this opposite side. So we'll see something happen over here. And we're going to start at 71 plus 87. 0.89. That value in. And you can see where it's going to start here. I'm going to accept it. And then we're going to go to 71 plus 97. 71 plus 97.89, which is our 10 feet. And we'll go ahead and accept that. We'll accept the label. And then we're going to change it from we're going to leave the default to start, but we're going to end it at a minus. And so I'll accept that default start. And I'm going to end it at a minus 1.5. Hit enter and accept that. And you should see on the back side of this that how we've transitioned that guardrail widening in to the back of curve. So let's go ahead and do it over here on this side, the right one. So we'll change our label to the right guardrail widening width. Check my start and stop again. And we're going to start this at 72 plus 0.52. Hit the enter key and lock it in. Accept it. Our stop is going to be the 10 foot down, so 72 plus 10.052. Not bad. 0.52. Nope, 2 points in there. 52. Lock that one in. Go ahead and accept it. We're going to accept our label, right guardrail widening width. We're going to accept the default. And then we're going to give it a positive 1 plus 50 because we're on the right side. Hit the enter key, lock it in. Left click to accept it. Now you can see that we've brought it to the back of curve over here. So that's all we're doing there. We're just kind of taking the guardrail widening and moving it around so it looks a little bit better. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, the rest of the guardrail widening will be removed later. So once we do something else. So that concludes this video.